I'm Brittany Lewis with Forbes Breaking News. Joining me now is my Forbes colleague, money and politics reporter Kyle Mullins. Kyle, thanks for coming on.
Always great to be here, Brittany.
We are talking about one of the contenders for president, Nikki Haley, and her fortune. You're reporting that her fortune grew by 6 figures in the last month while she was on the campaign trail. So before we dive into that, can you bring us back, and how much was Forbes estimating she was originally worth?
Sure. So last summer, we started our project where we were valuing the net worths of all of the presidential candidates. Most of those candidates were Republicans, of course, because they had a competitive primary, or at least semi-competitive. And so Nikki Haley at the time, we estimated was worth about $8 million.
And break down that wealth for us. A lot of money. Where is it coming from?
So Nikki Haley wasn't actually worth that much when she left her last government post as the UN ambassador under the Trump administration in 2018, 2019. She left that post. She was worth less than $1 million. And in addition, her family, her parents were struggling with some debt. And so her financial prospects were not looking fantastic. But Nikki Haley did what a lot of ex-politicians do, only more so. She leveraged basically every path that ex-politicians have to make money. She was giving speeches. She wrote 2 books. She joined some corporate boards. She did consulting work. She was making money hand over fist. And when we next get a picture of her financial, her financial disclosures when she files to run for president, she was worth millions and millions of dollars. She declared lots of money from these speeches, lots of money from this book income. She had bought a beautiful, gigantic home on an island off the coast of South Carolina that is worth, I think it's worth over $4 million nowadays. I don't remember what her equity is in it, but she's got a very very nice home, very large investment portfolio. She's very financially comfortable.
So when she left the Trump administration after serving as UN ambassador, you're saying she stayed booked and busy, and I want you to talk about the United Homes Group and her role there a little bit for us.
Sure. So one of the corporate boards that she joined was a company called Great Southern Homes in 2021. And she joined the board at a really critical time because Great Southern Homes was kind of looking to go public. And in 2022, they actually ended up doing so. They signed a merger agreement with a special purpose acquisition company, a SPAC, and they were able to go public without doing the sort of traditional IPO. And so in early 2023, that deal is complete. The company goes public. And the whole time, she's been getting compensated through a combination of cash and stock. And so she made a fair amount of money. She owns about $400,000 in their stock right now. And that's in addition to some of the cash compensation that she's gotten over the years. And she also was compensated with options. And options are a very common, type of compensation for corporate board members to get. And they allow people to buy stock at a particular price, oftentimes less than or sometimes less than the publicly traded price. So we can talk a little bit more about that, but that's what we're getting into.